How's everyone doing? I'm doing great, it's Teddy here from Team TJ, and welcome back to Minecraft Ultra Destruction, where today, you might notice something a little different about the house, specifically the textures of the wood and some of the other things like the crafting table, or the anvil, or the glass, or pretty much anything that was affected by the Fateful Resource Pack. Well, that's because I chose to turn off the Fateful Resource Pack for a few different reasons, mainly because I was just kind of getting tired of it. I kind of wanted to go back to vanilla, especially considering now that we're doing Ultra Destruction and not really vanilla Minecraft too much, where the Resource Pack worked a lot better because all the textures were affected. Here, it was kind of like it was affecting all the vanilla stuff, and a couple of the modded things that shared textures with the with vanilla stuff. But like these bricks, which are from Botania, or these planks, which are from Natura, or like the advanced enchantment table, or anything from Tinker's Construct, or the furnaces, or the chests. Nothing like that was being affected by the resource pack. It was all being, well, it's normal textures. Another reason was mainly because it was like screwing up my inventory, because it was technically a 1.12.2 resource pack, meaning it had like the shield icon next to my my character icon, and it moved the crafting grid a little over, so it was kind of a bit wonky. Yeah, I figured I'd just change it out, and yeah, but really, it doesn't change much. Like, everything still looks good, even though the treasure room did use some textures for the white bricks. Still looks pretty good. Are there things on my roof? Holy crap, there's a zombie with a mustache glasses hat on my roof. And he's dead now. Oh, hello. And, oh, one of you guys too. Okay, sorry, and, oh no, not a creeper. Not a creeper. Nope. There we go. And a skeleton from range as well. Okay, I'll go run up with my sword for the other ones. Alright, spider and rebel Farlander. Oh, okay. I think I obviously ran into one of you before. And, okay. I see the fire arrows. You're not setting my wooden house on fire. The Cyclops is gonna stay. At least he's friendly. That's what you get. But yeah, it was kind of weird having all the different resource pack textures next to all the modded textures that weren't looking like the resource pack. Because all the textures for the mods, at least most of them, are the 16 by 16 textures, while Faithful was 32 by 32 textures, so kind of looked a little different. But this doesn't really change the series too much, it just means that we won't have those textures anymore, alright? Alright. Anyway, but for today's episode, last episode, we created the treasure room, which I think is a really awesome room, and I unintentionally, here's the thing, I didn't realize this when I was putting down the green bricks and the blue bricks for the ceiling, that technically I literally made it kind of like outside, like the green bricks are the grass and the blue bricks are the sky. I didn't even intend that, but that's the way it is, and so I'm gonna keep it this way, because it works. But what I want to mainly do for the treasure room in this episode, okay, I can't work with the Cyclops on the roof. I'm not gonna kill him, I'm just gonna deposit him on the ground below, with the gravity gun. Okay, I'm gonna bring you down. Okay, you did not take any fall damage, and I'll put you down. You can live out the rest of your days down here. This is actually probably a bit better because you have less chance of falling to your doom down here. Oh, hello. Okay, okay, what, these guys. Okay, they're dead now. Okay, what did he drop? A Terran shard. I think we have some of those, actually. They can make Terran stone, which can make some stuff from DivineRPG. Okay. Is it just me, or, because this has always been here, is it just me, or is this expanding? Because it was always a bit dark around it, but it kind of looks like it might be getting bigger. Let's see, this is where its edge is now. If it gets past here. Actually, I'll put it more even with it. Okay, so if it goes past there, and if it goes past here, and if it goes past here, and if it goes past here, then I know it's expanding because, well, if it gets past these planks, then I know this thing is expanding, in which case I'm going to have to take care of it somehow. But we made the treasure room in the last episode, so now I want to actually start decorating the treasure room with our treasure. So for that, I'm going to want pillar, where are they? There they are, okay. The crafting pillars from the Crafting Pillars mod. I'm going to want these, because they're pretty darn awesome. And they're pretty darn cheap as well. To craft a base one, it's just some stone in like an eye shape in the crafting grid. So we're gonna smelt half of my stone stack. Oh, and I got some loot bags as well that we have to open. Okay. Okay. Like most of these are just kind of okay, that's not even that great, and this is even worse. Okay. And the stone is done, so we just make it into a bunch of base pillars. 4, actually. But here's the thing, because they're made of stone, they actually have an exchange energy value of 7, which is actually, a really cheap exchange energy. So all we have to do is just put one of them in here, and we're good. And there they are, so we're just going to grab a whole bunch of them. We're just going to grab a ton. 18 should probably be more than enough to sustain us for a while. Like, even after we're done decorating a treasure room the size it is now, that we should still have a plenty left over. So, how do I want to do this? I mean, they could be right next to the path, but it feels a little bit tight that way. So I'm gonna push them back one and just see how I feel about that. Wrong place. I want it to kind of be a bit even, so there we go. Let's see how this looks. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I mean, they're base pillars, so they're not like the showcase ones or something I can put on them. I mean, I could put something on them now. Oops. Of course, I can put something on them now, like a block or something, but the thing is, it's not going to be like on display on it. It's just gonna kind of be sitting on it. And the cool thing about these pillars as well is that they can actually be like fully sized pillars. So I'm thinking like that could work really cool for the room as well. Like we could have that in there. I'm not sure about that though, but we'll see. There's a lot more that we can do. We got a whole episode to figure this out. Anyway, but now I want to turn them into showcase pillars. I just kind of wanted to know where I wanted to put them. And the way to turn them into showcase pillars is with item frames. So now we've got 6 showcase pillars. And they also have an exchange energy as well. So we can always use that to our advantage. I at least know I want 6 of them. We can always add more to here as if we want. But I was kind of thinking, like, in between the pillars, we could have armor stands. At least that's what I was thinking, like Bibliocraft armor stands to display our gear. I'm not 100% sure quite yet. And, like, some Bibliocraft cases on the walls. And because this is going to be, like, a long hallway by the time that we're done with the series. So, yeah, there's a lot we can do. So I'm going to go grab some things that we can put on display. We've, of course, got, like, the Naga trophy and the Twilight Lich trophy, the Scepter of Twilight, the King Slime Frying Pan, not sure where that... Yeah, oh, right, I got that in the last episode as well. Trying to see, like, what I could put on display. I do want to put up one of the King Slime things. I'm just trying to figure out, like, which King Slime weapon's actually, like, the coolest. So we got the King Slime repair, the frying pan, throwing knife, and javelin. I think the throwing knife and javelin are ranged. These look like they're melee. Might actually have to test them to see which one I like the most. For right now, Scepter of Twilight will go on there. It looks really cool there. And, the Twilight, let's try... Oh, okay, it doesn't actually float there, huh? How about this? I make it there, I break the block underneath it, and then I put the pillar on. There we go, that works. Same for the Naga. Alright. I mean, I guess I could just use base pillars, but it wouldn't look the same on the top. It wouldn't have this cool design on the top, so I'm doing this. That way, everything looks the same. We need something for here. Kind of thinking as for the King's Slime weapons would come in. Okay, let's actually test these. I've never used one of these weapons before, so... And I mean, it's nighttime, so there's plenty of monsters for us to test these things on. Like all these zombies. Okay, so we throw them. Okay, throwing knives. Okay, they don't do much damage, though, from what I noticed. They're just killing the Jack-O-Man, but the guy's got a lot of health, so I'm not too worried about him. And one more. Okay, like, that's cool, that's cool. Let's try let's try this. Does it have any cool, like, effects? It doesn't look like it actually has that many cool effects. So what about the frying pan? I can block with it, and I can slam. It gives them slowness. I'm literally whacking these guys with a frying pan. I decapitated this zombie. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jack-O-Man, are you okay? I just opened an epic loot bag, and I got Certus Quartz Dust. That will probably be pretty helpful in the future, considering how we need to get into applied energistics eventually. Yeah, okay. And this loot bag... Oh, wow. The Thunder Staff. That's from Ore Spawn. That's really good, actually. We got this, and... yeah, okay. Well, because we got so many King Slime weapons, I'm kind of thinking about just maybe putting them on a shelf together or something. But this Thunder Staff, that's pretty cool. Should it be a treasure? I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. This is actually harder than I thought it would be. Okay, so these are the showcase cases from Bibliocraft. We can also make the Naturia wood versions as well, if we so choose. I'm trying to think what would look best here. I might try to hop seed planks, because we got tons of those, obviously. Our floors are made of them. Okay, so I made one of the hop seed cases, and I'm gonna put it on the wall, see what I think of it. I'll put it a little bit in here so I can see it from all angles. Yeah, you know what? That'll work. Okay, so we got a bunch of them, and I think I know what I want to put in some of them. I want to put the inventory pets in them, because, well, we gotta do something with them. So I figured I would put the inventory pets in them because, well, they're kind of cool and they're animated, so we can just display them and it should look pretty cool. Like, look at that. Look at them all in there. That looks pretty cool. The wolf one kind of blends in a little bit, but the rest look pretty awesome, don't they? I think that I think would be cool to, like, expand our inventory pets collection. We just kind of keep going until we have them all. I also realized these trophies that we have, we could probably also put these in the treasure room as well. Just trying to figure out where I want to put those in the treasure room. And we also got the mob heads as well. We could put these in the treasure room too. We got so much stuff. I mean, they look cool, kind of hang on the wall, but they kind of just stick out a little bit. Maybe like a shelf. You don't really have like a shelf block that isn't from Bibliocraft. I mean, we got these. They're from custom NPCs, but they're not exactly craftable. At least I don't think they are. Now, I realized if they're inventory pets, that means they're kind of alive, aren't they? Meaning they need to breathe, so I might want to put them on something else, like one of these shelves, actually. How does this look? Let's grab some of them. What do you think? Does that look good? I guess, like, when you come in, like, there they are, and, Yeah, I'm gonna make more of those. Yeah, so when we get more inventory pets, you can just kind of put them on these. I could like make racks on both sides here. That could actually be kind of cool. Is it raining? Yep, it's raining. Okay. And I'm kind of thinking maybe instead we could put like our weapons in those cases actually. So that could be cool. But I do kind of want to change the colors, and I think I know how to change the colors of the cases. We need carpets. Vanilla carpets. So I'm gonna make a red one, a green one, actually both kinds of green, and a blue one, because that's kind of like the color scheme we've got here, and I want to see like which one of them I like the most as for the cases. So I'll cut back once I have carpets for each. Okay, so I got all the carpets of colors, so we're gonna change the colors. And I'm going to see which one I think matches the best. I don't think it's gonna come as a big shock that I went with red, because red is my favorite color, and it kind of works with the red line, you know, it works, so we're gonna go with red cases for our treasure room, and I think I am gonna be putting weapons in there. So I'm just gonna put some weapons in here and just kind of see like how it looks. This is like an enchanted gold sword that we got from the Twilight Lich, so that's kind of cool. Mantis Claw can go in there, and let's actually put the slime weapons in here as well. And yeah, they don't look half bad in there. But I do kind of want at least one of the King Slime weapons on a pedestal, so I'm actually, or a pillar or whatever. So I'm actually gonna see King, the King trophy. Oh gosh, King Slime, King Slime. What is the name of these things? King Slime. There's nothing. Maybe it's just like slime. Maybe that's it. Okay, yeah, I see them. They're just not considered King Slime, because if the King Slime drops them, then they're considered King Slime weapons. Okay. Because we're probably going to get a lot more of these as time goes on, because we're going to be fighting a lot more King Slimes. So I think it would be kind of pointless if we just, like, had all of them considered treasure, like a treasure enough to where they can be displayed here. I like this is a bit more epic because it's dropped off a boss and stuff, the Twilight Lich, and these dropped off a boss too, but it's not a hard boss to kill, so I want like his most epic weapon. So for now I think that would probably be the frying pan. I liked that one the most as I was using them. So, yeah. For now, the frying pan will be there. I guess for now, like that as the weapon wall rack thing would be fine. Man, these Ender Minions, there's another one up there. I'm not even gonna tame it because I got two different normal Ender Minions and one Mystic one. These guys, they just keep finding me. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I made some Bibliocraft armor stands, so I'm thinking I'll just put them here in between the pillars. I think that would work. So we can put some of the gear on the armor stands, like diamond gear and stuff. And iron gear as well. And we're missing a helmet, but the only true iron helmet, not DivineRPG one, is there. So when we're done with when we are done with the Twilight Forest, I could just use that helmet and finish the set here. And we also got the Crimson Cult set from that one Crimson Cult meeting thing that we crashed. So yeah, so we got a set of their gear here as well. That I think is really cool to display. This I think is actually really cool to display, so yeah. And as for diamond, we will complete that later. I mean, I got plenty of diamonds to make more, but it would be DivineRPG, not the true vanilla, which is what this stuff is. This is true vanilla. And one last armor stand, just for whatever armor set we get later. I'll actually show you mine. Mine's cool. Like, you can see the armor stand underneath it still, but it's pretty cool. And once we're done with the Tiger's Eye set, I actually have a pair of Tiger's Eye boots that are also enchanted in here. This is actually part of the set I'm wearing now. But then I got these awesome ruby boots from killing the caterpillar. So, yeah. But once we are completely done with this set, it will probably go on one of these armor stands as well. So far, I'm really liking the treasure room. I do want to put these guys down, at least for now, somewhere. Let's put them over here. For now, we'll put the OBS trophies there, because I don't really know what else to do with them right now, but yep. So yeah, decorating the treasure room. It actually looks really good, actually, the way we have it set up. A little cluttered, but it looks good either way. Like, we got a ton of weapons that we'll be able to put in these later down the line as well. I don't want to just randomly craft a bunch of new weapons, at least not right now, because I want to be able to start like collecting weapons and then putting them in. And every time we retire one of our bits of gear, it'll probably go in here into some capacity. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more to do with the treasure room later on. So, yeah, for the next episode, guys, we are going to be going back into the Twilight Forest. I plan on going back into the Twilight Forest in this episode, but, well, the treasure room work kind of distracted me a little bit. You know how it is. But yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Minecraft Ultra Destruction. Please do leave a big, fat thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, if this happens to be the first video that you have seen by me, then please do consider subscribing to join Team TJ today for awesome gameplay videos and other amazing content like this. Again, apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Tiny26 out. Goodbye, guys!